Hey guys, you're probably expecting the two of us right now to do a review, but unfortunately I'm riding solo today and we're talking about El Camino. Now El Camino is a sequel movie to Breaking Bad TV series, the phenomenal series that Breaking Bad was. And it's been a few years, I think it'd have to be minimum 5, I'd have to check it out, since Breaking Bad had actually finished. And for them to go back years later and actually film a direct sequel, and I say it's a direct sequel because this movie literally starts the frame after we last see Jesse Pinkman. And this is what El Camino is really all about, is following the story of Jesse Pinkman and what happens after he escapes captivity. Now, clearly, guys, if I'm talking about this film, I'm going to be talking about spoilers from Breaking Bad and obviously El Camino. So, like, be in mind, guys. I mean, if I'm going to talk openly, I'm going to have to talk spoilers. Now, one of the things I really, straight off the bat, really enjoyed and loved about this film was it was a bit non-traditional in a sense as a film, because it really splits into two ways. The main thread of the story is about what happens with Jesse and what he does immediately after to get himself in a position where he's feeling free. And then the other part of the movie is really about going back and looking back at flashback scenes at his time in captivity, as well as some other key scenes that I don't really want to discuss at this point, even though it's a little bit spoilerish. I would like you guys to discover those particular scenes on your own. Now, Aaron Paul does an incredible job here. He seems to just slide back into that role of Jesse so incredibly well. I mean, you can see he's aged a little bit older, but that is nothing. I mean, his intensity, his emotional angst, everything that he was building up to a character by the time of Breaking Bad seems to be continued on here. It's just so wonderfully done. I mean, Aaron Paul is a talent out there that really it's amazing he hasn't been able to break a bit more bigger in the Hollywood scene and get a lot of movies. I know he's in that Need for Speed film, which didn't really take off, but he proves again in this role how amazing it is. And someone else who really proves their worth in this film is actually not who's in it, but who's actually made it. Vince Gilligan did an incredible job with this movie. Somebody else you would have expected to be out there making Hollywood films and hasn't really been around, but he proved again with this film he is an exceptional talent, and I hope he does get the opportunity to just tell more of his stories. Now, it is an emotionally intense movie, I will say that. You are taken on a ride, and it's a good couple of hours long, there's no doubt about it, but it is really satisfying. It's a hard thing though, because I think to myself, is it a sequel? Yes, but it's more so a love letter and an epilogue to the series, you know? I mean, did we need to see this storyline? Probably not, but I'm glad they've done it. You know, I mean, I'm so glad they've done it. They've inspired me to maybe go back to the Breaking Bad series, and more so, probably jump into Better Call Saul, which is a series that is a prequel series to Breaking Bad, but I'd actually never really watched it, you know, and that's still going strong, I believe. So, look, you won't go wrong with this film. It is the type of film you need to get the kids out of the way. You need to be able to concentrate on it, because there are things that are happening in this film that if you blink and miss it, you may find yourself a bit lost in time and space. Look, what more can I say about El Camino except it's quality. I mean, thank God for Netflix and other streaming services to be able to let filmmakers like Vince Gilligan and storytellers like that be able to continue on that. I mean, without them, there's no way this film would have been made theatrically. It just wouldn't have made the money out there. You know, we have millions of fans that love Breaking Bad, but it doesn't automatically mean those fans would walk into the cinema and go and see it. They may say that, but when push comes to shove, evidence has said people generally don't do it. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about that. It's sitting on Netflix right now. You can all go and watch it, and I highly, highly recommend this. I mean, look, I'm trying to move away from rating this, like ratings as such, if it's 9, 10 out of 10 or whatever. But I suppose I am going to rate it. I'm being a bit of a hypocrite here. Look, it's a good 8.5, 9 out of 10 in regards to quality. you won't be disappointed. I mean, look, I've got to be honest with you. I can't wait to talk about this with Rick, and I'm really disappointed. Unfortunately, he's working today and couldn't be part of this review, but I do know he was super excited about it, and I'd be really interested to hear what he say. But it's not only him I want to hear from, it's you guys too. It's really important to me and to Rick that you guys communicate with us and let us know. It's one of my favourite parts about having a YouTube channel is getting to speak to you guys, which is wonderful. So look, Rick always does this better than me, but you know what to do. You comment down below, you like, you subscribe, you hit that notification bell, you follow us all on our social medias, and you get typing away. All right, guys, so that's my small little review for El Camino, the Breaking Bad sequel. Go check it out, guys. I'm pretty sure you'll be thankful that you did check it out. So until next time, guys, until me and Ricky here talking to you about more movies, we will see you soon.